Hi everyone, in this lecture we will talk about types of tags in HTML. So technically we have three types of HTML tag known as inline level tags, inline block level tags, and block level tags. And now let's see what is the difference between each of them. So this is the table, and first of all, inline tags does not require a new line, so you can put inline tags anywhere in the document. Then we have inline block tags, which also does not require a new line, but block tags require a new line. The inline tags take up the necessary width, not the entire width which is available. And inline block tags also take the necessary width, while the block tag take up the entire width available. Now in inline tag you can't set the width and height, so it takes only the necessary width by default, and you can't explicitly define the width and height in the CSS for them, while in inline block tag you can set the custom width and custom height for them. And then in the block tag you can also set the width and height. And these are the some examples: span, em, or emphasize tag, and strong tag are the example of inline tag, while image tag is a best example of inline block tag, while block tags include div tag or headings and then paragraph, etc. So here, as you can see, that inline block tags contain both the properties of inline tag and the block tag. I hope that you have understood inline tags, inline block tags, and block tags. And now let's talk about span and div tag. So span and division, both of them are containers, but div is a block level container, and you can put an inline and block level tags inside this div tag. So there is no restriction in div tag. But a span is an inline level container, and you can put only inline tags in the span, not the block level tag. So you can't put a paragraph in span, you can't put a div in span, you can't put a heading in span, but you can put a span in paragraph, a span in heading, a span in div, and you can put a heading and paragraph and emphasize tag and strong tag inside div. Now let's understand div and span with an example. So this is an example of div tag. We have a div, and then we have a heading, a paragraph, and then an input tag. So div are basically used for creating a block level sections in HTML. While this is an example of span, we have a div tag, then we have a heading tag, and inside this paragraph tag, if I want to highlight this certain part, which is highlight this part, I can put it in span, then I can apply styling on the span in order to highlight this part. So this is an example of span, and then we have an input tag along with some attributes. So now let's understand inline tag, block level tag, and div and span by writing some HTML code. So I'm on my VS Code, and I have created this new HTML file with the name 2-11.html. So first of all, let's create here a div tag, div, and just put few headings and a paragraph. So h1, and I'll say heading 1, and then let's write here a paragraph p tag, and I'll say this is my paragraph. Okay, this is my paragraph, and just put another heading h2. Let's save it, and we have a heading 1, paragraph, heading 2, paragraph, and heading 3, and then a paragraph. So I want to change the coloring of all headings and all paragraph. And again, this is CSS. Don't worry if you don't understand it. Now we will discuss CSS deeply, but I'm giving you an idea of how div and span works. So I want to change the coloring of all of them. One way is to define explicitly the coloring property in each tag, and the second way is to write all of them in this div tag and change the color of this div tag. Browser will understand automatically that okay, I need to change the coloring of all the elements. So let's write here a class for this div, class is equals to, and I'll say styling. So this will be the class name. And now inside this heading tag, let's write a style tag, and inside the style tag just write dot styling styling. And let's go with the color of maybe blue. Okay, just blue violet. Let's save it, and here you go. As you can see, we have changed the coloring of all headings and paragraphs together. So this is how this div works. So if you want to apply a certain type of styling on multiple tags, just put them inside div, and the browser will automatically apply styling on all the elements of the div. Let's change the font family. Just write here font family, and let's go with this one. Let's save it, and yeah, as you can see, we got a different font. But now what if I want to change the color of this paragraph right here and right here? So for this purpose, just put these paragraphs in span tag and define a separate class and just change the colors. So just right here. And now let's define a class for this pen. So if I save it, you can see nothing has changed. So let's define here a class. Class is equals to, and I'll say substyle. Just copy this class, copy, paste it here and here. And now let's define styling for this class. Copy it, and here I'll say dot, just paste it, and just go with the color of red color, and then red. Let's save it, and boom, we got a different color for our paragraph text. So I hope that you have understood how this div and this span works. So you can put span inside block level tags, but you can't put a block level tag inside this span. And again, if you don't understand it now, don't worry, because we will start CSS from a very basic level, and you will get a better understanding of CSS in the CSS course. And I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye bye.